Hi, John Rapasky from the Counsel Mortgage Group. We had a few questions submitted to us, and I just wanted to go over these. What are mortgage rates based on? What data do you look at to see if it's going up or down? That's a great question. Mortgage rates are based on buyers and sellers of mortgage-backed securities, basically. And for all the different programs, 30-year fixed programs, 15-year fixed, adjustable rate mortgages, 5/1 ARMs. What do I look at? I look at the 10-year bond yield, and you can find that at WSJ.com, WallStreetJournal.com, Bloomberg.com. Even just Google it and look up 10-year bond yield. And as that yield goes up or down, typically mortgage rates tend to follow, and they go up or down. So that's the leading indicator that I look at. Sometimes it gives me a little bit of time, too. As the bonds go up, then I know that, well, maybe there's a little bit of time before the mortgage rates go up, so maybe we should hurry up and lock in before they go up. Likewise, if the bonds go down, then we kind of wait. But they don't work in lockstep. In other words, as the 10-year bond goes up or down, the mortgage-backed securities may not go up or down because, remember, they're traded separately. They're not traded like the bond. So, but that's what we look at as an indicator, and then we just watch the mortgages to see if they follow. Let's see here. VA, here's another good one. This is dealing with government loans. A VA loan credit score versus an FHA loan credit score. What credit scores apply? Well, that's a great question because technically on those government loans there really isn't a minimum credit score. But the lenders that are making those loans require a minimum credit score, and after all, that's really what matters. For VA, generally 620, but we just have to find a lender. If you don't have a 620 credit score, we could try to see if there's a lender that's doing something less than 620. Same thing for FHA, but there are lenders out there that'll go to 580, and there was a lender in my office just recently that was saying they can go down to 550, but those are all case by case. So we just have to take a look at it and see what lenders out there are offering those products. Next question, how does your employment history affect whether you get approved for a mortgage loan? Well, that's a very good question. Typically, lenders want to see that you've been working for at least the last 2 years. But let's say that you haven't. Let's say that you've had a job gap. Let's say that you worked for a year, then didn't work for 6 months, but then returned to the same industry and you've been working there for 6 months. Shouldn't have a problem. In fact, I know some lenders that'll say, well, you took 6 months off and you've only been working in the new job for a month. That's fine too. In fact, we recently closed a loan where the guy changed jobs in the same industry during the underwriting process. But it just depends. I mean, if you're watching, we're shooting this video in 2014. If you watch this in 2016, guidelines change. And guidelines change over the years. So what's good today may be different down the road. I've done loans where people haven't worked at all for years, and then all of a sudden they return to the job force. Well, typically a lender wants to see them in a job for at least 6 months. So we'll just have to check, but those are at least some general rules for you to go by. How many times can you use a VA loan? That's a good question. You can use it as many times as you want, but you can only use it once at a time. So if you have a home and then you sell it and you want to get another VA loan, that's fine. There's a funding fee that goes on with the VA loans, and that percentage of the funding fee will change from the first time you purchase a home, and then the second time the funding fee goes up a little bit more because you're still using the VA loan. But you can use it as many times as you can get your certificate of eligibility from the Veterans Administration. Great questions, guys. Keep them rolling. We're at www.counselmortgage.com or give us a call, 480-502-1000. Thanks.